So before his rally in Wisconsin today, Donald Trump was on Truth Social and he was ranting a lot about the immigrants coming across the border, sticking to his greatest hits about them being released from jails and prisons and everything else and all the unspeakable things they're supposedly doing here. But then he was talking about Kamala Harris and said, for as bad as this border situation is, she should be impeached for what she has done to this country. Well, once again, Donald Trump doesn't know how anything works. The vice president isn't in charge. The bulk of her job duties are three things: to be the president of the Senate and be in charge of the meetings of the Senate, to wait for the president to be incapacitated and become president, or to report to Congress that there's a problem with the president and take over in those eventualities. That's it. Now, she may be given other duties by the president themselves, but that is it. They don't have duties. This is not impeachable. They just think anything can be impeachable. They were investigating Joe Biden for 2 years, found nothing. But why is he calling for it? Because he wants a smear on her record, on her name. Donald Trump has 2 impeachments for crimes he committed, and he wants to have something to compare. Say, well, see, she got impeached too, so my impeachments are no big deal, even though hers would have been shams. He doesn't care. Not to mention, it doesn't matter that he's calling for it. They were looking at maybe doing something in the House. That investigation went nowhere. In fact, it went so far nowhere that, the first time they brought it up, the day they brought it up or the day after, they went on a recess. And it hasn't been talked about really since. And now they're on recess again till after the election. So no matter what he says, nothing's going to happen. This isn't going to happen at all. But he's just throwing out anything at this point because he is so desperate, he's flailing, and he's trying to drag her name through the mud for any way he can because he thinks it helps him in the election. But he's not talking policy. He's not talking about what he's going to do. And when they ask him direct questions, he doesn't have answers. So he thinks she should be impeached over the border, which isn't a thing and it's not going to happen. But he's just rambling because he's so desperate.